Step 1. How to identify sugar on a label. Get out of the habit of being fooled by the advertisement that they have on the labels. As you can see here, it's talking about how much protein it has, but it has 17 grams of sugar. Now here's another brand that has protein granola in it, but if you look at the back of the product, there's only 2 grams of sugar. A clean ingredients high in fruits or vegetables that seems to have a higher sugar content is okay. There are naturally occurring sugars in fruit and in vegetables, and that is healthy. It is the added sugar that we don't want to have when we are going on this 30-day no sugar diet like you're seeing in this product. Here's a standard gram metric of how much you should be having in added sugars. My advice is to go no sugar because since you don't know what's going to affect you, it's better to just stay away from it altogether, which brings me to step 2. Is fruit, honey, and dried fruit okay? Honey is natural and healthy and has many medicinal properties, but for the next 30 days, it's a no. This is because your body will process the honey the same way as sugar. Fruit, on the other hand, as you can see from the text, is not the same and is quite alright for you to have. But we can't say the same when it comes to dry fruit, so that's a no. If you would like access to my free 30-day no sugar system, then click the link down below and sign up. You will also have access to any coaching opportunities that I have in the future. If you haven't watched part 1, I'll link that down below for you. But the reason why I started this no sugar 30-day diet is because I had a pinched nerve that, as you can see here, after 5.5 weeks of no sugar in a system that worked, I am able to run 3.5 miles with no pain. I have zero pain, literally zero pain. It worked. No sugar worked. Bring us to step 3, create a system. If you do not have a system in place for when you are stressed, when you are bored, etc., then you are going to fail. You're going to go right through that drive-through on a stressful day and get that coffee or head on over to the bakery and get some cookies. Weightlifting, cardio, and a good supplement stack can be a great way to help lower the amount of cortisol that is released into your body that can cause stress and trigger you to want to have sugar. The biggest takeaway I want you guys to have is there are options. Like I'm showing you here in these couple of clips, you also have access to an entire store of fresh fruit, vegetables, and meat as options for you as well. So do not go in your refrigerator, clear it out, and feel like you have nothing to eat. There are many options for you. I managed to get around finding snacks and meals that I like to eat on a consistent basis. And in just 30 short days, I was able to increase my speed of running, my recovery. I was also able to heal my injury and stop my addiction to sugar as well as fast food. And I actually did not know that fast food had any correlation to sugar, but now that I look at it, as you can see here, there is quite a bit of sugar that is in fast food. And if you're thinking about switching to matcha to avoid having the sugar that you put in your coffee, don't. Because here is your spoiler alert. This is from Starbucks and also Dunkin'. But look, here's the good news about all of this. When you cut out sugar, you'll actually see an insane amount of weight dropping off your body because sugar will have you increase in the amount of water weight that you are holding on to. Sugar also can increase the amount of calories that you're having per day. So just cutting out sugar can lower your calories, which can lower the amount of water retention in your body. And in a week, you can end up looking about 5 pounds slimmer than you did before you were having sugar all the time. You will also end up dropping a lot of weight because of the calorie decrease from having these high sugary foods. So before you start thinking like, oh my gosh, my whole life has to change, it doesn't. You can replace that matcha that you would normally get at Starbucks or Dunkin' with a store-bought matcha or going on Amazon and making sure that you're getting good quality matcha and having that in the morning alongside the oat milk or almond milk that doesn't have the added sugars that Starbucks and Dunkin' have in their oat milk and in their almond milk. So like I keep saying throughout this video, there are options for you. Your whole life does not have to change. It's just about replacing. It's not about getting rid of anything. And for those of us women who go through PMS, or like me, I go through PMDD, I can tell you that my mood right before that time of the month had really just leveled out in a huge amount. I did not crave sugar as much as I normally did. I didn't crave having fast food as much as I normally did. And when I did, I was actually able to choose proper foods in order for me to eat because I wasn't having this overwhelming sense of like feeling like I was Cookie Monster or something and I needed to just devour anything and everything in my sight. That did not happen. My pimples were not as severe as they normally were. I usually have cystic acne, and this time around I've had like a few small bumps. Not to mention, or actually to mention, my sleep improved drastically. I had much deeper sleep and I had levels of healthy amount of energy throughout the day instead of having that drop off. So click the link down below so that you are able to get my exact 30-day system on how I was able to cut out sugar for free.